Here's your AlabamaWX weather briefing video for this Sunday morning. It's January the 28th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and we dodged another potential severe weather threat again yesterday. Not much of one, really. Skinny line of showers moved through the state during the afternoon hours after the morning rains arrived a little earlier and couldn't take advantage of any of the instability. But now we're much colder behind a cold front. These are readings this morning from the National Blend of Models. I'm recording this video just before 1 a.m., but this is where we should be for morning lows a little later on this Sunday morning, the 28th. You can see 38 to 39 there across Tennessee Valley. We've got lower 40s across north central. Into south central Alabama with 40s all the way to the coast. Boy, things change pretty quickly. Looking here at 1 a.m., some of the oil platforms in the northwestern Gulf are at 48 degrees early on this Sunday morning. Just a complete scouring out of the atmosphere here. Happening pretty quickly with falling temperatures late this afternoon, late Saturday afternoon, and early Saturday evening. Looking at the ARRR to kind of get an idea if we could experience any light rain or a few sprinkles today. This may not tell the whole story. It indicates that we should be dry. We're getting into Sunday night here, into early Monday morning. And it looks like we are mostly dry. But I think with all this moisture around, you have to at least mention that there's a chance. We should stay mostly cloudy for your Sunday. That's not, that looks like that's going to happen. But then some clearing should happen overnight. Even though the ARRR there is not very bullish on that clearing trend for Monday or for tonight, leaving us for mostly sunny skies on Monday. This precipitable water value sort of tells a different story off the GFS, showing much drier air into Alabama. That looks like pretty sunny conditions. Look, here comes that disturbance that'll affect us Tuesday night. We'll see in a moment when we go through the GFS that it might bring a shower to northeast Alabama, but it just ushers in more dry air as we get toward the end of the week. And you can see that continues. We don't see any really moist air there until Friday, Groundhog Day. And then, we'll see in just a moment that the weather systems converge on Alabama, but they don't really seem to produce any rain. Now, National Blend of Models max temperatures for today look like this. Will be 40s over the northern half of the state. That looks pretty much where we'll be, with 50s and really only lower and middle 50s over southern Alabama. And then as we get into those Monday morning lows, going to be quite chilly. 30s across much of the state, only the Wiregrass down around Dothan escaping with lows near 40. And then temperatures as we go through the rest of the week on the National Blend of Models kind of look like this. We're calling for 40s today, low right at 50, 49 tomorrow. We jump back up to about 60 in front of that next system, fall back for Wednesday and Thursday. Then we moderate a bit for Friday and Saturday before falling back into the 50s, sort of for the week 2 period, with lows in the 30s and 40s. This is, let's go here, upper pattern across North America early on this Sunday morning, showing a big trough of low pressure, sort of a bit of an upper low closed off there, southern Ohio, eastern Kentucky, lower pressures over the southeast, ridging beginning to build into the western United States, and we'll see that system that's brought the precipitation to Alabama yesterday moving out. Second system sort of coming into its place there Tuesday night and Wednesday. That's when we might deal with a chance of a shower. But much of the country under ridging there toward the end of the week. But a southern stream. We've got a split jet flow stream here by the end of the week. And this southern stream is going to be extremely active. And that can mean, quite a few fast-moving wet weather systems for Alabama. The first one comes in, it looks like, Friday and Saturday, but dive south of us. Could be, I guess there could be a little bit of rain along the beaches, but my beach forecast is for dry weather through all the next 7 days, even though it'll be cool along the beautiful beaches of Alabama and northwest Florida. But you can see another system rolling by, and then another system coming right behind it as we get out toward the end of the period. I want to go to the GFS now. This is the 3 hour period this morning, starting this morning. So showing some wraparound snows there. Southern Michigan, northern Indiana, into eastern Kentucky. Here in Alabama, we're dry. Watching through the day, could we see a sprinkle or a little bit of light rain? Yes, we could. Getting through Monday, dry. Tuesday, here comes that Clipper system swinging down through the Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic states. You can see that here Tuesday night, really between 6 and 9, the GFS spits out a little precipitation. That continues perhaps into the overnight hours. The European sort of looks the same way. There's maybe a little light shower in northeast Alabama this afternoon. That's very plausible. We get through Monday, though, dry. Here comes that system. And the Europeans actually a little bit more bullish on the chance for some rain as we get into Tuesday night and Wednesday. We mentioned those temperatures will be, probably 50 low 50s Monday, around 60 on Tuesday, back to around 57, a little bit breezy on Wednesday, and then as we get into Thursday, it looks like mostly sunny skies. But we'll have to go back to the GFS because the European that 18Z run doesn't go out that far. But here is Thursday. Well, here's Wednesday showing, dry conditions after the showers move out during the early morning hours. This is Thursday, February 1st. Mostly sunny skies. High temperatures will be in the 50s across much of the area. You can see a lot of weather systems sort of coming together here by Friday. We got rains to our northwest over Missouri. We got rains over the Gulf of Mexico associated with that upper disturbance that's moving through there. But I think we stay high and dry. High temperatures on Friday, upper 50s north, lower 60s and across central Alabama. We'll drop into the 30s Saturday morning. This is what things should look like. Lots of snows over to Mexico, back through the Rockies. Rain breaking out over Texas. The southern stream system bringing some rains to the Gulf Coast. And really that's where I would have to mention some rain for the beaches, probably Saturday. But as we said, that first system sort of misses us. Now we're getting out into the voodoo period, week 2 here. And that second system is rolling on in here. After we get through most of the week 2 period on the dry side, the rain returns by that Thursday night, the 8th, into Friday. This is way out in the future and difficult to exactly forecast, but a second wave moves through on that Saturday the 10th, and then an even bigger system, and we just go off the edge there. But you can see by Monday night the 12th, more rain would be, of course, moving into Alabama. Now, looking at temperatures over the next 2 weeks, we're cool here through Monday, Tuesday, moving into Wednesday. We start to warm up a bit, but some cooler air there for late Wednesday into Thursday. We stay cooler than normal, really, into the end of the week. But then by the weekend, we warm up a bit. And, by Saturday, our temperatures are above normal. That kind of flips, though, in that week 2 period. This would be Sunday the 4th, a week from today, showing much cooler air over the southeast. Look at that cool air over the Carolinas, coastal Georgia. Those readings going to be running some 20 degrees below normal. And we're cold, not quite that bad, but we're plenty cold too. But you see all through the end of the voodoo period, we're kind of chilly. So it looks like that trend could continue. Now, rainfall amounts going to be heaviest over South Alabama over the next 16 days, according to the GFS. Rainfall amounts over North Alabama could range anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to perhaps 2 to 2.5 inches across parts of central and northwest Alabama. The big winner will be South Alabama with some pretty heavy rainfall amounts there along the Gulf Coast. They could be approaching 6 to 8 inches. This is those temperatures off the National Blend of Models again, just so you can look at them one more time. We'll be calling for, highs mostly in the 50s to lower 60s. Overnight lows are going to be in the 30s and 40s. Had a delightful conversation yesterday with Tom and Doris Grazoulis. They were the folks behind the Tornado Project. Have you ever seen the big book, Significant Tornadoes? Tom, of course, did that as an offshoot of his research in the 1970s after the 3 Mile Island nuclear accident. He was tasked with going out there and sort of correcting the record, how many F4 and F5 tornadoes had affected the United States, because they didn't, of course, want one of those to hit, a nuclear reactor somewhere. But he parlayed that into becoming the definitive book on tornadoes from 1680 on. He's just gotten a second edition out that covers the period starting in 1974. But just a delightful conversation today. It was supposed to be a 5-minute air check, turned into a 75-minute trip down memory lane, and I wrote everything down so we can ask Tom about it again when he and Doris join us on February 26th on Weather Brains, the weekly netcast that's all about weather. Well, that's your weather video for this early Sunday morning. It's 28th of January. I'll have notes on the blog, a complete update on the forecast coming up at noon. We'll be on the lookout for a stray shower or a few sprinkles as we shiver on a cold, cold Sunday here in Alabama. James will be back with 2-a-days all week. Scott will be back next Saturday. I'll see you Sunday, and until I get that opportunity, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky, because you'll always have something fun to look at.